Hello, good day everyone. I am Ma'am Danica, and today we will discuss the third module, which is entitled Identifying Claims Explicitly or Implicitly Made in a Written Text. So we are done with the module 1 and the module 2, and now we will proceed with module number 3, which is the last module for this quarter. Okay, so let us start. Okay, so let's start with these two sentences. Okay, first, every night I always think and dream about you. And then the second sentence that I have here is I love you so much. Okay, so if you were the one to answer this question, which sentence do you prefer? Do you think the first sentence is almost the same as the second sentence? Perhaps. So, some people directly or indirectly express their feelings. So, using this sentence, um, some people don't say directly "I love you," but the way they do or the way they say imply that they love that person. So, ma'am, why do you need to incorporate that idea into our discussion? Because in critical reading, you need to distinguish the information that is clearly stated, which is we also call as explicit information, from the ideas that are okay, that are suggested or implied in a given text, or we can call it as well as implicit. Okay, so in our sentences, the first sentence is the implicit information because it doesn't directly stating what is the text all about. So there is an implied meaning behind this sentence, while the second sentence is our explicit information because, as I've said and as we have discussed before, when we say explicit information, it is clearly stated. Okay, so by looking into implicit and explicit information, this will help the reader to guess about what they read when they know how to distinguish implicit from explicit. Okay, so this activity or this brainstorming of us will help you evaluate a claim. Okay, a claim or a position of the author. Okay, and it will help you recognize the writer's argument and evidence so you can begin judging the writer's work. Okay, so we are clear with the implicit information and explicit information. Let us discuss the three claims that this module focuses. Okay, so we have three claims: the claims of fact, claims of value, and claims of policy. Okay, but before that, let us have this learning objective. So first, we have differentiate the three types of claims. So what I have mentioned earlier, we have claims of facts, claims of value, and then claims of policy. And then the second one, appreciate the importance of claims in communication. So why do you need to know or to distinguish a certain text if it is a claim of fact, if it is a claim of value, or claim of policy? Third, identify the claims in a text, whether it is a claim of fact, value, or policy. And lastly, you will formulate meaningful claims about a relevant issue. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so let's proceed. So after knowing the learning objectives, we will proceed with our main discussion. Okay, but before that, let me remind you, class, that this lesson or this module is just a review because I am sure that you already encountered this terminologies, these claims. So this will just be a recall or a review of what have you learned from your, I think, high school days or high school lessons. Okay po. Okay. Okay, so before diving into the three claims that I have mentioned a while ago, let us proceed with what is a claim. So it is important for us to know what is a claim before proceeding to its types. Okay, so it is being said here that a claim is a statement that is essentially arguable or debatable, but it is used to support or prove a certain argument. Okay, so by making a claim, it is to make somebody gives an argument to support his or her position. So when we say claim, it is the central idea, okay? And it is what the writer tries to prove in the text by providing details, explanations, and other types of evidences. And a claim is usually, but not always, most of the times found in the introduction or the first few paragraph or sentences of the text. Okay, so a sentence that summarizes the most important thing that the writer wants to say as a result of his or her thinking, reading, or writing. So that is a claim. So ma'am, what is the purpose why we need to have a claim? So it is to support or to prove an argument that can be agreeable, okay, or disagreeable. Okay po. So when we say claim, there are certain people that is agreeing, and there are also people that are disagreeing with what you are trying to say. Okay po. So when we say claim, again, that is your point or that is your position on a certain idea. Okay, so we are clear with that, ha? Okay po. So also in writing a claim, if you write it effectively, it will keep your readers' interest, okay po, with your writing, and it will create a question in their mind, and most of the times the answer for that question will possibly find or will possibly present, okay, in your claim. Okay po. So, okay. Okay, so next, let's have the characteristics of a good claim. So what are the things that we need to remember when writing or when having a good claim? Okay po. So a claim should be first argumentative and debatable. So a claim will not be called as a claim if it is not argumentative or debatable. If that statement or if that sentence um all people are agreeing or all people are disagreeing with that statement or with that sentence, that is not a claim. Okay, class, remember that, ha. If that statement or sentence are okay po, all people are agreeing or disagreeing with that claim or with that sentence, and that's the time that we will call it as a claim. Okay po. So again, number one, argumentative and debatable. Number two, your claim should be specific and focused. So avoid using ideas or a point or a position that is general. Okay po. Then third, interesting and engaging, because again, our goal in having a claim is to make our reader, okay po, read our claim and possibly believe in what we are saying. Okay po. And lastly, your claim should be logical. Okay? Okay. So let us start with the first claim. Okay, so our first claim is the claim of fact. Okay po. So in a claim of fact, it asserts that a condition has existed, exists, or will exist. So a claim of fact asserting that something is true in the past, true in present times, or in the future. So remember class that a claim of fact, it is not a fact. Again, class, it is not a fact. And we are using facts, okay, to support our idea, but again, it is not a fact. So a claim of fact just only claims to be a fact. So we have different evidences from data, documents, scientific observation, research, and other facts just to support our claim. Okay po. So, a claim of facts, so it makes arguable in which the speaker has no direct way of establishing the truth of that claim. So, remember class that a claim of fact, it cannot simply stating or giving a statistics or proven fact. It needs to focus on an assertion in which it uses facts as it backed up. Okay po. Again, ginagamit lang po ang mga facts or mga katotohanan para sa back up. But for which the evidence might still be debatable. Pero still, we are going to achieve our goal in which our claim should be debatable. Okay po. Meron pa rin pong hindi naniniwala at meron pa rin naniniwala doon sa claim natin. Okay po. So again, a claim of fact, you are just using facts, okay po, yung mga katotohanan as evidences to support your claim. But still, it is not a fact. Okay po, again, it just asserts or it's just claiming to be a fact. Okay? Okay, so let's proceed with this example. Okay po. Okay, so extinction of animals is due to human activities. As I've said, claim of fact uses facts or yung mga katotohanan na nangyari na before, nangyayari pa, at mangyayari pa lamang po. So, in our example, extinction of animals is due to human activities. It is true that there is an extinction happened, right? Happened in the animals. So, totoo po, may nangyayaring ganyan. But still, this statement is just a claim of fact because of the reason in which it is being said that the extinction of animals is because to the human activities. So it became debatable because other people would argue that there are other factors or there are other reasons why animals go extinct, right? So it is not just because of human activity. So this is a good example of claim of fact. Let's proceed to the second example. Okay, so let us proceed with this example, the second example. So the 1972 martial law caused the fail of the Philippine economy. So this is an example of claim of fact because, okay, so there was martial law existed, right? So nagkaroon po talaga ng martial law in 1972, tama po ba? Okay po, so that is a fact. Still, naging claim of fact po itong example na ito because there are surely other factors or reason why the Philippine economy fluctuated or bumagsak. So, meron pa pong ibang mga examples, ibang mga factors na nag-exist nung time na yon kung bakit bumagsak yung Philippine economy. So, some people would argue that, yes, because of martial law, bumagsak ang Philippine economy. But still, there are also people that will disagree because there are others reasons why Philippine economy fluctuate. Okay po? Clear po tayo dyan, ha? Okay. Next. Okay, let's proceed with this next example. Okay po, so we have video games lead to the increase of violence among teenagers. Okay po, so this is an example of claim of fact because, okay po, not all teenage violence are caused by playing video games. Okay, so there are other reasons behind it such as possible trauma, domestic trauma, or childhood trauma. Okay po, so again, this is an example of claim of fact because it uses fact, which is there are violence among teenagers that are happening in the present times, right? But still, there are other reasons why this happened, okay po, or why this is happening. Okay? Okay, so let's proceed with the last example. Last example would be, few decades from now, every house will be powered by solar energy. So why do you think it is a claim of fact? Because there are there are instances that there are houses in which ang nagpapagana po dito ay solar energy, right? But it is still a claim of fact because it is just a prediction. Okay po? It is just a prediction that might happen in a few decades. So, gumamit po siya ng katotohanan, but still, it is not that, okay po, it is not that justifiable because, again, it is just a claim of fact. So, are we clear with the claim of fact? If you have questions, just, write it down and then we'll entertain it later. Okay po. Sige po. Okay. So, we are done with the claim. Okay, class. So, we are done with the first claim under this module, which is the claim of fact. Again, class, claim of fact is not a fact. It's just asserting that that claim is a fact. Okay po. So, let's proceed with the second one. Okay, so let's proceed with the second one, which is the claim of value. So, claim of value asserting personal judgments and biases which is measured subjectively. So, when we say claim of value, you are stating your choice, your option, or your preferences towards something. So, it is a value made, okay po, made from personal opinion. Okay po? When we say claim of value, it is more on personal opinion. So, in using claim of value, we may use different claims because we have different judgments and we have different perspective towards something, right? So, when we are using claim of value or when we have this claim of value, we are using our personal judgments and biases. Okay po? So it is being said there that claim of value is based on first moral standards and norms. For example, let's have a claim that penalty is unjust. Okay po? So based on someone's moral standards or norms rather, some people are agreeing that it is just or it is right or it is appropriate to have death penalty. But then again, we also have other people that will disagree with death penalty. Okay po, so we are clear with that, okay? Also, in claim of value, it is also based on likes or dislikes or the good or the bad that a person is seeing towards our topic or something. Okay po. For example of claim of value, President Duterte is the best president. So that is an example of claim of value. But still, we are aiming, okay po, so we are aiming to make our reader believe and take the position that we have. Okay po. So, just like for example, President Duterte is the best president. Some people will agree on my claim and some people will disagree on it. Okay po. And lastly, claim of value is based on superiority. When we say superiority, there is one thing or one idea that is better than the other. So, meron po tayong pinagkukumpara. For example, dogs are more lovable pets than cats. So, some of you might agree with me that dogs are more lovable than cats, and some are not agreeing with me. Okay po, so we are clear with the claim of value. Okay po, again, claim of value focuses on the personal judgments and biases of the author. Okay po, so what makes it arguable is that people may disagree on the criteria used to evaluate something. So, in def in defending claim of value, it involves offering set of criteria for consideration, defending that set or that criteria as legitimate, and by showing how to apply that criteria to justify the claim. Again, claim of value is all about personal opinion. Okay, so let's take a look with the next with our example. Okay, so claim of value, for example, we have here DRT Bulacan is the best place to go for summer vacation than anywhere else. So DRT Bulacan is being compared to other places that we can go for summer, right? So this is a good example or this is a good claim of value since the author is comparing DRT Bulacan to other places. Okay po. Another example, it is always better to tell someone your problems than to keep it to yourself. So another example that have ideas that are being compared with each other po. So, is being said daw na mas okay na sabihin sa iba yung problema kaysa sabihin lang po sa sarili or isarili lamang yung problema. Okay po. So, that is claim of value. Again, claim of value um, is is based on the personal opinion of the author. So, ma'am, pwede po ba magkaroon kami ng iba-ibang claim of value? The answer is yes. Okay po. So, every single people or every single person can have a different perspective or opinion on something. So, again, that is claim of value. Okay po. Okay. So, next. Okay, so we are done with the two claims, which are the claim of fact, second claim of value, and now we will proceed to the last claim, which is the claim of policy. Again, let's have a recap. Claims of fact uses facts o yung mga katotohanan to support their position. Okay po? And the claim of value uses, okay, personal biases or opinions. So let's have the third one, which is the claim of policy. Okay, so claim of policy, it is a statement regarding the merits of a course of action. It argues that certain conditions must or should exist, or something must or must not or should not be done in order to solve a problem. So when we say claim of policy, okay po, these are uh, these are specific and measurable actions that needs to be done in order to address issues or concerns presented in an argument or proposition. Okay po. So, here in claim of policy, we have a problem, or we are letting our reader to know that there is a problem arises, and our claim, okay po, our position is the solution, how to solve that problem. Okay po. So, claim of policy, what makes it arguable is that even though people may not be totally certain about the proper course of action, or the action or the solution on how to solve that problem, they must still act. Okay po. So, to support your claim of policy, you must first convince the audience that a problem really exists, that we have a certain problem, and then prove to your reader that your policy will solve it or will fix it. When it comes to claim of policy, sometimes, not always, but sometimes, there are certain keywords which are must or should, must not or should not. Again, when we say claim of policy, all you have to remember, the author is suggesting or proposing a certain course of action to solve a certain problem that is also stated on the statement. Okay po? Okay, next. Okay, so let's have this example. So one example of claim of policy is that the way people study right now is way more difficult compared before. That's why students should exert extra effort to cope up with the new normal, okay, new normal education setup. So this is an example of claim of policy, okay, because the author revealed that there is a problem or difficulty in how people or students are studying from then up to now. Okay po. So here, in our example, there is a proposed solution in which it is being said that the students should exert extra effort to cope up with the setup. Okay po. Again, when we say claim of policy, we are proposing a certain solution to solve the problem. Okay? Okay, next. Okay, let's have this another example for claim of policy. Cyberbullying is very rampant nowadays. So parents should be aware of what their children are doing in social media. So the author reveals that there is a problem in which it is all about the cyber bullying, and in order for our parents or for the children to avoid being the victim of cyberbullying, there is a proposed solution here in which it is being said that the parents should be aware of what their children are doing in social media. Okay? So, that, clear po tayo dyan ha. Again, when we say claim of policy, it is all about proposing a solution to solve a certain problem. Okay, so again, we are done with the three claims. First, we have the claims of fact, in which when we say claims of fact, it is all about how we use facts, the scientific evidences, researches, and other facts, okay, to support a claim. And a claim of facts is asserting, okay, that that claim is a fact. But again, remember class ha, claims of fact is not a fact. Okay po, it's just claiming that it is a fact. The next, claims of a value, it is through the use of the personal judgments, personal biases, and personal perspectives of the author toward something. Okay, so most of the times in claims of value, we have ideas that are being compared to one another. Okay, and lastly, we have the claims of policy. So in claims of policy, all you have to remember, uh, your claim, okay, is the proposed solution to solve a certain problem. And in claims of policy, most of the times there is keyword, okay, must or should or must not or should not. So we are proposing a certain call, okay, but for an action so that we can solve the problem. Okay, so are you ready with our mini activity? Okay, so let's have this one. Okay, so let's try. So all you need to do is to identify the kind of claim being referred to in the following statement. So after this slide, there are statements and all you have to do is to answer it on your own. If that is claim of fact, claim of value, or claim of policy. Okay po? So you will just choose to those three claims. Okay, ready? Okay, so let's have the first one. Number one, winning by cheating is worse than losing honesty. What is the answer? Okay. Okay, so let's see what is the correct answer for this one. Okay, so let's have this first one. So winning by cheating is worse than losing honesty. So what is the answer? Is it claim of fact, claim of value, or claim of policy? The answer is claim of value. Okay po. So again, in claim of value, we have ideas that are being compared to one another. Okay, next. Okay, next statement, teachers should retire on or before their 60th birthday. So what type of claim is this one? Is it fact, value, or policy? Okay. Okay, so let's see what's the correct answer. It is a claim of policy. So if your answer is claim of policy, then you're correct. So there is a keyword there, which is the word should. Okay po. Okay, next, so let's have this one. Colors are for everyone regardless of gender and race. So what type of claim is this? Is it a fact, value, or a policy? The answer is okay, claim of fact. Okay po. So claim of fact, again, we are using different facts or real evidence to support our claim. Next. Okay, next. It is always best to ignore the negatives and to focus on the positives. What type of claim is this one? Is it a fact, value, or a policy? Okay, the answer is claim of value. So there are ideas that are being compared in our sentence. Okay po, next. Okay, next. Television actors and celebrities influence young individuals easily because during puberty stage, people develop their identities and tend to imitate others. So what type of claim is this one? Is it a fact, value, or policy? Okay, the answer is it is a claim of fact. Okay po. So we are using in the sentence or in the statement, there is ideas or there are facts rather that are being used. Just like for example, young individuals is truly dumadaan po talaga sa puberty stage. It's just that what makes it arguable is because there are other factors that are contributing to how a people or a young individual develop their identities. Okay, next. Next, the pandemic affected the whole world enormously. We should learn our lesson and become a better habitat of the earth. What type of claim is this one? Is it a fact, value, or a policy? Answer is claim of policy. Okay po, so we have the keyword should. Okay po, but then again class, remember that not all claim of policy have that keyword. Okay po, so again, read and analyze every statement that you will have. Okay po, for you to know what type of claim is that one. Okay? Okay, next statement. Hospitals will prioritize patients with severe pneumonia symptoms. What type of claim is this one? Okay, the answer is it is a claim of policy. So this is an example of what I am talking about a while ago, that not all claim of policy have the keyword should or must, or should not or must not. So again, read and analyze every statement. So here, there is a certain action in which hospitals will prioritize patients, okay, to solve the pneumonia symptoms of those patients. Okay, okay, okay. So we are done with the module number 3. I hope you learned a lot from me. And if you have any questions or clarifications, concerns, and any violent reactions with this video lesson, I am more than willing to entertain your questions. Okay po, just message me or just message um through our or through your group chat. Okay po. So again, we have 3 claims in the module number 3. Claims of fact, claims of value, and claims of policy. Okay, so I hope everything's clear to everyone. So after watching this video lesson, we will provide a quiz or an activity for us to be able to evaluate if you truly understand this lesson. Okay po class? So, again, this is Ma'am Danica, and this is the module number 3. Okay? So, have a good day, everyone.